Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
So I want to welcome you guys to Conway Glass today, and this morning we're going to share everything that we can about Conway Glass with you. And right now we are in my studio, the stained glass studio, where I build, design, cut and fabricate stained glass windows. So the project that you see here in front of me and in front of you, this is phase 2 for Drunken Jack's down in Murrells Inlet. So what we are to the point now where we need to add our reinforcing bars. So our reinforcing bar stabilizes the window because they have a lot of traffic there at Drunken Jack's, and there's always children going to push on it and everything. So these bars run vertically. This is a steel bar. Okay, and it has been dipped in tin. And because it's been dipped in tin, that's why that we can use our solder. Now I have to get the bar ready because the bar attaches to the solder joints along the window, and that's what keeps the window very rigid. So we start out with just a little bit of flux, or it's an acid, and we place it on the steel, and then you'll hear a little bit of a tsh. Hear that? And then we hold it there and let the steel get hot, and then we pick straight up, just like that, straight up. But because these lines, they run like this and then one runs like this, when you get this in the light, Katie, it moves.
It's so cool.
The water actually moves when you get it in the light. We have a lot of fun. Barbara and I have a lot of fun. We find ourselves almost enjoying ourselves too much.
I can see why,
because
though.
this is how we make our living. Yeah. And I was taught to do stained glass 44 years ago when I worked for another man. And rather than being laid off for the winter, I went to work with his wife who did stained glass windows for the company. And then I really found my joy was designing and fabricating stained glass window and making people cry.
That's a good thing to have on your resume.
I've done my job.
You've done your job. And I love that you guys, after all these years, are able to share your knowledge with so many people who have never thought that they could do stained glass.
Right.
You teach workshops, you have all these videos on social media for free that it's just out there if you want to learn.
Right, and we have our classroom. Probably our most popular class for the novice is our make and take class. The make and take class, I cut all the glass for you. Your piece, it's ready for you when you get here. And then I teach you in 4 hours the fabrication process. And
wow.
You leave with a piece of sun catcher.
Well, for someone watching right now that either wants to come take a class with you guys, wants to come by and shop all the gorgeous pieces you have here, where are you located and where can people find your website?
So we are at 708 12th Avenue in Conway. You can get a hold of us or go to our website to register for a class at conwayglass.com. We also,
social media.
We have our social media.
You have to check it out.
And you need to check out. We have over 1,000 videos, 31,000 subscribers. And on our YouTube channel, which is Arty, ARTYRV, Glass Studio, can go there and actually learn how to do stained glass by watching our videos.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Well, good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us today on Living Local Carolina. I'm back in the studio, and I am chatting with Ashley. How are you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Awesome.
Okay, you are the head coach of the Glam Elite All-Stars.
Yes, ma'am.
They are so awesome, but tell everybody that doesn't know what you guys do or what your girls do.
So we are a local competitive cheerleading team. We travel to North Carolina, different parts of South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida, and compete against other all-star organizations.
You have an all-black competitive team.
Yes, we are the only team. I don't even think it's ever been another team around here, like years ago up until now, that is doing what we do. We are 98% African American, and we take pride in that. We love it. Of course, it comes with a couple of, barriers, but we work through it, we push through it, and we do what we need to do.
Was this a thing growing up for you? Was cheer accessible? Was that, typical? Or is this something that you're providing for people that have never been able to have this opportunity?
So for me, I grew up in Virginia, so
Okay.
It's a different culture, it's a different world. So cheer was 100% accessible for me. It's something that I've always done since I was a little girl up until I graduated from high school. Immediately after high school, I began coaching like rec league and still just helping out with like my old teams and checking in on them. You build this bond with the people that are on the team with you because you guys spend so much time. So that was like my family outside of my normal family.
Yeah.
So when I moved here, I started coaching for another organization, and it just dawned on me like, hey, why don't you provide this service to children who typically are not able to do things that, that we allow them to do on our team.
Yeah.
So it's been a journey, and I love every minute of it.
Well, this might be the most relaxed I've ever been filming a segment. I am at Salt and Detox Oasis with Fabiola. Thanks so much for having me today.
Thank you for being here, Katie.
My goodness. Okay, we first have to address that if you hear some humming in the background, there's a reason for that. Fabiola, what is going on that is causing this noise?
So right now the Halo generator is on. So it is a machine that I use with sodium chloride. The sodium chloride is grounded into very fine particles, and those particles are dispersed into the air. So that is the benefit of the room, where you're breathing that type of salty air, which helps to coat the nasal passages, the bronchial tubes, as well as your lungs, and it acts as a cleaning agent for your respiratory system. So if you do suffer from allergies, bronchitis, or other common respiratory, concerns, or even like the after COVID effects, it's a great way to help relieve your respiratory system and also clean and hopefully enhance it.
This is so cool to be able to walk on salt. You're breathing it in.
Yes.
But it's also the aesthetics of being in here. It's so relaxing.
Yes, it is. So in the process of building this room, really wanted to make it a relaxing environment for everyone who, enjoys this session. So it's really about helping everyone that walks through my doors and giving them relief, giving them a sense of peace, and hopefully they walk out feeling better and feeling that they're able to just conquer what they need to conquer, through the sessions that they experience here.
I know a lot of people watching right now are feeling that way. So if they want to come by and try this room out or try one of your other awesome services, how can they do that?
So I am located at 3885 Renee Drive in the Carolina Forest area. I am, I guess if you are familiar with like the Kroger Shopping Center, that's where you can find me. And my phone number is 843-742-5938. And the website is saltanddetoxoasis.com.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Well, I am in Jeep heaven today. I'm joined by my new friends, including Jody Lynn, who is from the Dirty Myrtle Jeepers.
Yes.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you today?
I'm doing wonderful. Why don't you help me introduce these other lovely ladies we have right here?
Absolutely. This is Mary Ellen Pelton, and she is with the Carolina Coast Jeep Club. And this is one of her admins, Megan Galpin. And I'm Jody Lynn Jordan with Dirty Myrtle Jeepers.
All right, Jody Lynn, let's talk about what you guys do.
Oh my goodness, we do so much great stuff. So whether we're out having fun in the community, whether we're doing get-togethers, whether we're going four-wheeling, stuff in the community, giving back, it's all what it's about. It's about getting together with Jeeps, having a great time, enjoying everybody, and getting to make new friends and having fun.
What I really love about Jeeps is that everybody can really express themselves.
Absolutely.
It's so cool. We were taking a walk around the parking lot here. So many people have come out to show off their Jeeps. What is your favorite part of being able to see, everyone's individuality?
It's so much. Everything from the ducks that they collect to the names that they name their Jeeps is always fun, especially when it really matches their personality. You kind of get a good kick out of it. All of the different decorations and things that they do. And a lot of people go out a little bit more than others at different times of the year, with whether it's Christmas or Halloween. They really do take it seriously. Some people even, there's a Jeep back here that has a big, huge duck on the top. He actually has a name. I can never remember his name, but she has named that Jeep duck. Birdie. Her Jeep's name is Birdie. I cannot remember the duck's name. But he is a big, huge, like 6-foot duck that is strapped to the top of her Jeep. So,
well, let's talk a little bit more about that, because for somebody that maybe doesn't own a Jeep, they might not know about the duck culture. That is very important to Jeep owners.
It is.
And here in Myrtle Beach, y'all have quite the collection.
Oh, we
Almost
absolutely
every single Jeep out here has tons of ducks. Why?
Absolutely. So it started off many years ago. It's not quite 10 years ago now. But in Canada, with a lady that came out from a store, and she saw a Jeep that she liked, and she put a duck on it. And ever since then, it's kind of just caught on as Duck Duck Jeep. And there's actually a big, huge hashtag for that, where people can go and post the Jeeps or the ducks that they get that are left on their Jeeps, and it's like a movement. So if somebody sees your Jeep and they like it, and they want to tell you that they like your Jeep, then you leave a duck.
Love it.
I mean,
so
how
much
can
fun.
that not make your day?
Oh, it absolutely does. And they're very, very unique ducks as well.
Absolutely, they're very different. And it's kind of strange to see some of the ones that are so different, because you don't even know where they get them from, that they're so unique and so different. And people actually really look for the more unique ducks, and that's what they buy.
That's so cool.
The more unique they are, they're like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna buy that because nobody else is gonna be giving this duck out.
Very cool. Well, for somebody, so you guys, I'm sure, have people who are more novice Jeep owners as well as veterans, people who have had Jeeps for 20 plus years.
Right.
What does the process look like to join one of these clubs and start hanging out with y'all?
Absolutely. So we are on Facebook under Dirty Myrtle Jeepers, and they are also on Facebook under the Carolina Coast Jeep Club. So you can just send us a request to join our group. Most of us have a couple of questions that you have to answer that says that you have a Jeep. It doesn't matter whether it's a Jeep Wrangler or a Gladiator. You can have any kind of Jeep. And then at that point, you'll go ahead and come into our group. But we always have lots of events planned. We plan events constantly.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.